I've used the mindfulness technique many times, including last night when my heart started flicking slightly in my sleep. When I first heard the technique, I was very skeptical about how it could even touch my physical reaction. I fully understand why and how it works now, and it's not just for controlling your heartbeat. Pain or discomfort leads to tension, preoccupation, and the body's natural reaction against the pain, triggering the fight or flight response from the vagus nerve. The technique asks for the pain and discomfort to actually be welcomed into your body, which hopefully reduces the tension and preoccupation and stimulates the rest and digest or tend and befriend response from the now legendary vagus nerve. Although the vagus nerve can't treat the underlying reason for the pain and discomfort by altering the way you react and staying as relaxed as possible, the effects of the pain will hopefully reduce, the associated anxiety subside, and confidence increase. I love having a lifelong, very close relationship with my heart. We've been through so much together. I can tell when it's having a bad day, having a moment, or, as in recent months, when it's happy and settled. Given its history, I've become very aware of its every move, and I often get preoccupied with its idiosyncrasies. Recently, though, I've reduced the monitoring and dimmed my awareness as my heart has been very well behaved, quiet, and unnoticeable. As I drove to Malham yesterday, after a couple of hours at work, I could feel my heart triggering a few ectopic beats. Ectopic beats are difficult to ignore as they feel like something is randomly punching your heart from the inside. As I've had a break from the ectopic beats for a few months, I notice this latest batch even more. The effect of these beats is not just to temporarily disturb the conductivity of your heart, it also brings your heart's functionality back into focus. Once your mind is aware of the change in your heart's beat, it is difficult to ignore, and the more you think about it, the more it adversely reacts. The ectopic beats become more frequent, leading to longer runs, disturbances, and palpitations. Between 2013 and 2017, the ectopic beats were triggered by the anxiety. The ectopic beats brought on the preoccupation. The preoccupation instigated tension, adrenaline, and a fight-or-flight response. The tension increased the anxiety, which in turn activated more ectopic beats, and the cycle went on and on, sometimes for days. As I set off on my walk, the ectopic beats subsided, but as I started to climb, they returned, and a battle between my mind's memories of those 4 years of pain and the lessons I've learned during my recovery commenced. If this situation had occurred before September 2017, my fight-or-flight, tension-filled response would have caused the attack to take hold. I'd have had to shorten my walk. The journey home would have been difficult. I'd have been very quiet for the rest of the evening. My sleep would have been very disturbed, and the following day would have been full of aftershocks. My response yesterday was different and, based on the techniques and advice provided by my counsellor and discoveries that I've made over the last 12 months, while I stood looking over the limestone-covered valley that surrounds Malham, instead of instructing my vagus nerve to instigate a fight against the ectopic beats, I concentrated on my breathing. Breathing in kindness and understanding, and breathing out resistance and tension. As has happened on many occasions before, the attack gradually subsided and I was able to carry on my walk, albeit more gingerly as my confidence had been dented. See the positives in the actions, drive home safely, enjoy the second half of the football, chat to Kay about my day and hers, sleep well, run up and down the stairs several times at church this morning to get the TVs working before the service, and enjoy a lovely meal with Kay and my amazing mum, Dad, Auntie Barbara, and Uncle Dave. I refer to the ectopic beats as a delta wave. It's probably not the right medical term, but as the delta wave is a small triangle in my ECG trace and the telltale sign of Wolff-Parkinson-White syndrome, I can visualize it, and that makes it easier to understand and deal with. The same goes with the change in approach to the vagus nerve. Instead of seeing it as an aggressive enemy, I now see it as a calming friend. I've no doubt that the delta wave and ectopic beats will continue to appear as and when the triggers occur, and my reaction will be tested again in the future. But the positives from yesterday's negative experience stand me in good stead to come out smiling again next time. So much changed during this week last year. Things that I will probably never talk about publicly. But the changes changed everything.